find out your particular habit, aware of it, and say, now, is it, can it be ended without any action of will, decision, compulsion, or reward? You understand? Reward and punishment are the two elements we live on. So can I break that habit without any side effects? Right? Can we go into this? I'll go into it.
Oh my God.
First of all, am I aware of my habits? Not that you pointed to me and then I realize it. But am I aware of my habits? Without somebody telling me of my habits. You understand? See the difference. If you tell me my habit, then I either resist it or say, yes, I must stop it. But if I see it for myself, I'm a step ahead, right? If I can so put it.
And it's the same.
That's gorgeous.
It's the same for like a spiritual practice that you're given, or like a teaching that you're given. There's something so different. It's like you're given the practice, the teaching, and you either say, oh no, that's not for me, or you're like, okay, blindly, let me just do it and try it. But then there's it, like, you know, because even blindly doing it, you could start trying it and you're like, oh, this actually does work. Or you just keep doing it blindly and you're like, oh, I do this because that person says to do it.
Yeah.
But there's like, for me, there's like a quickness to like the point when I come to it by myself, and like regardless of whether I've been told about it before or not, it's like instantly there's this like this connection to it, and there isn't a resistance to it once I like know it all of a sudden.
And I like how he said when something on the outside says it, then you go like, oh, I must do that. And then there's the must, there's the will. You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, you're no longer... Yeah, you've already just tangled yourself up a little bit.
Especially if it's like someone, I feel like that most happens when it's someone you like look up to.
Yeah.
And they say anything about you, or anything you should do or should not do. And it's like, you have to make a decision whether to, in a way, resist it, or just like, yeah, like you said, I must do it. And that's, yeah.
It's almost like, can you hold all of these teachings in a similar way?
Yes.
Of like effortless.
I feel like that's
effortless focus.
Really important for me, is to not take these teachings that we're always learning from and try to determine yes or no, right or wrong. Do I do this? Do I not do this? Like, if having a lot of separation from that has made me personally enjoy our reactions a lot more.
Yeah, for sure. I like.
Right? Now, are we aware of our particular habit? Chattering, we took that. Now, what does that awareness mean? Awareness means to look at something without any reaction, right? Without any choice. I am aware that I am chattering, that's first. Then to be aware, to watch it without any condemnation, justification, or explanation. Just watch it. Will you do that? So that the old reactions don't come in. The old tradition doesn't come in and say, well, I must stop it, I must do this, I must do that. So to watch the chattering,
As you probably know, we always have inspirations that we put on the other side of the computer screen for our reactions. And we're just gonna pull up a quick side by side right now of the same person twice. Because I was just looking, and I was looking.
I've been doing that all
looking,
episode.
yeah. It's like, wow.
It's Yoda. It's Yoda.
Yeah, apparently, I think I heard this somewhere. Like George Lucas somehow like knew about Krishnamurti, and like that was an influence
On Yoda?
and making Yoda.
Is that a thing?
We're gonna have to look that up.
That would make too much sense.
I feel like I definitely heard that somewhere.
Or you're just really convinced
Or
of that.
I really want it. Because why would I make that up? I don't know.
You're like, well, it makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
very carefully. To watch it means without any reaction of past memories. This becomes very difficult for me. You understand? If I watch that tree in movement in the wind, it's a beautiful thing. And I don't like wind, therefore I won't watch it. Similarly, in a certain way, I can watch my chattering. The watcher is not different from chattering, right? So the watcher is not the structure of words, memories, he's just watching. You understand that? And please, this is rather complex and requires a great deal of inquiry. We watch things with our prejudices, with our opinions, with our memories, the whole structure of words, right? We watch everything that way. Now, can you watch without all that memory structure? That's where the art of comes in, the art of watching. Now, I watch, there's a watching of my chattering. I'm aware, and in that awareness, I'm not seeking reward or punishment, I'm just watching. Which means what? I am giving complete attention at that moment, right?
Honestly, my attention was wavering a little bit. And right then when he said it, it was like,
That's classic.
he knows.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, in 35 years, Mitchell is not going to be paying attention and complete attention. I'm so sorry, Jiddu.
Right, sir? At that second, I am all my energy, all my capacity and attention is there. Which means when there is complete attention, complete, not attention brought about through any form of desire, through any form of reward or punishment, just complete attention. Then that habit has no place. You understand? Do it, please. Try it once. Now, you will say, yes, that's for the moment it is possible. I can see that can end. If I give our complete attention to something, there's an ending to it. But it comes back, right? Are you following? It comes back. The Saturn comes back. Then what's your reaction? I did it once, gave complete attention, and it seems to subside for a second. Now if I give same attention, it will subside again. So you have become mechanical. I wonder if you see this.
That got meta real fast. Your attention itself is a habit. Is that what he's saying right there?
Oh my.
The way in which you pay attention.
That's that's a tough one.
I loved his definition of awareness, where he was like, awareness is no reaction.
Yes, like true, pure awareness.
Yeah.
Without desire or will.
So it seems like you could get into a habit of, I need to pay attention. But if you get into awareness, then you could never build the habit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I don't know.
Do you understand this? I gave attention, complete attention, to my chattering. That flame of the attention wiped away for a few minutes chattering. I've seen the thing works. Then, next moment or next hour, whatever period of time, you begin to chatter. And suddenly you catch yourself, say, I must pay attention. So, again, you repeat it. Again it disappears. So gradually what you are learning is paying attention, which means you're not attending. It's very concrete. Have you understood what I'm saying?
Bars.
If you're constantly reminding yourself to attend, it's not attention. But attention has no time. Oh, I won't go into all this too. If you give your complete attention, which means there is no wastage of energy, then the thing goes away. So your concern is not attention, but wasting energy. You follow? We waste energy in 1,000 ways. Chattering is one of the ways. So, all right, I don't pay attention anymore about chattering, but I'm going to see how I waste my energy. Right? I'm going to pursue that. I'm going to watch, learn, see where I'm wasting energy.
Holy
Oh, there's so many ways, right? So my mind is now not becoming mechanical by the repetition that I must attain, but is moving, right? All the time picking up new things. I wonder if you see it. So that the brain becomes extraordinarily alert. And when it is so alert, habits have no place. Is that enough for today? What time is it?
1:05.
Oh. Sorry, I must stop.
Oh my. Jiddu.
Jiddu. That was lovely.
The way he closed that out. Was
Yeah.
like, oh. Because that just like, in a way, that practice just like kind of opens the door then, in my mind at least, to like something like Kriya Yoga. Yoga of your energies. And it's just like, once you start realizing like where all the energy's wasted, all the different places, for me, a big part of it has been like energy wasted on like digestion of food. like either too much food or like food that I shouldn't be eating, and just like energy wasted there. And then like what can happen? What's possible if the energy isn't wasted there? And then also with thinking, which is more slimy for me. Less physical, less easy to track down. It's like the different ways in which thinking physically takes my energy away. And then I feel like if you were to have that sort of mastery over habit in a way where you're not wasting energy, then the energy will naturally build within you and do the things that it's
do whatever.
do the things it's meant to do. It's like naturally it would just happen. Yeah.
I love that part of the practice where he was like, your awareness, your attention cannot be a voice that continuously says, let me pay attention.
Yes.
It's like that voice is it's you just get into this game of like, oh, I gotta pay attention, reset, when it's like saying I'm gonna pay attention is making the chatter again. It's not paying attention.
For me,
so good
on thought, Ramana Maharshi's been really generally helpful. Like he says that, first of all, like every time you have a thought, just don't get swept away by it. Instead, if you can, just be aware of the thought, like Jiddu says. Ask who asked the thought, and then like return the thought to the source and keep doing that. Who asked the thought? Who asked the thought? Like keep going back there and figuring out. And then he says that then like the thoughts will cease to keep coming up because it's just sitting in its source. Yeah.
I like that.
And it feels like, for me, the general way I've been trying to approach awareness is, it's like I'll be moving through my day, and then it's like I remember something. I said this earlier in an episode, like I couldn't really figure out what it was that I was remembering, but it would all of a sudden like bring me back into like attention to my body, and I'd be like the best way I was describing it earlier was like I was like, oh, I guess I remember that I'm spiritual or something like that, but that wasn't satisfying for me.
Yeah.
But Ramana said something that where I was like, oh, this is what I remember. It's just like I remember I am. That's all it is. It's like, bang, I remember it. And it's been nice for me because it's not a let me pay attention or anything like that. It's more like I just sink into that. It's like I sink into like, oh, I'm aware. And then it like somehow trails away. Yeah. And then it's like, bang, I'm back. And it's just like, instead of like, it's like instead of my thoughts racing of like, what was I just thinking? Like, how long did that last of this unconscious period? I do it like, it works best if I just like lower my general excitement, like energy, and then like the thoughts go down, and it's just like, it's literally, I just like remember I am. Been a very powerful practice lately.
Whoa.
Yeah. And it's one of those that just like, no one could have told me to do that. Like, I'm sure Ramana Maharshi has said such similar things, like, just do that. But it never, like, hit home. And then all of a sudden, it was just, like, one day I realized that thing I kept remembering was I am. And then it was, like, my practice. And it was like, okay, I don't need to be told this because I'm just doing it. And it just, like, had that extra oomph to it.
Very good, yes.
Yeah,
On your judgment, yes.
Yes. Wise words from Snake right there. Yeah.
Much love.
Much love.